In the high-stakes world of international geopolitics, a silent war is often waged in the shadows, far from the public eye. Tonight, we pull back the curtain on one of the most audacious and technologically advanced covert operations in recent history. Operation Absolute Resolve. This is the untold story of how the United States, in a masterful display of strategic power, systematically dismantled Venezuela's formidable air defense network without firing a single shot. Our journey begins deep within the classified corridors of the Pentagon, where a new kind of warfare was being perfected when fought not with missiles, but with algorithms and electromagnetic pulses. For years, Venezuela had been investing heavily in a sophisticated, multi-layered air defense system, primarily sourced from Russia. This included the Advanced Estrellado BMA, the Bucam-2, and the Pechordo-M missile systems, creating what many experts called an anti-access area denial bubble over its territory. This formidable shield was designed to deter any foreign intervention and protect the nation's critical assets. To the outside world, it seemed impenetrable, but to U.S. military strategists, it was a complex puzzle waiting to be solved. The challenge was immense. How to neutralize this threat without triggering a full-scale conflict? The answer lay in a new doctrine of electronic and cyber warfare. The planning for Operation Absolute Resolve was meticulous, involving the brightest minds from the U.S. Cyber Command, the National Security Agency, and various branches of the military. The mission was divided into 3 distinct phases. Phase 1 was all about intelligence gathering. For months, a constellation of RQ-4 Global Hawk drones and RC-135 Rivet Joint Surveillance aircraft patrolled the international airspace bordering Venezuela. They weren't just taking pictures. They were listening, capturing the faint, electronic whispers of the Venezuelan radar systems. Every pulse, every frequency, every unique digital signature was cataloged and analyzed. This electronic mapping created a detailed blueprint of the entire defense network, revealing its strengths and, more importantly, its hidden vulnerabilities. At the same time, a parallel cyber espionage campaign was launched. Elite teams of hackers worked tirelessly to probe the command and control software that connected the various elements of the air defense grid. They weren't trying to crash the system, not yet. Their goal was to find backdoors, exploit weaknesses in the code, and plant dormant logic bombs that could be activated at a moment's notice. It was a delicate digital dance, performed on the world's most sensitive stage. The success of this phase was paramount. It provided the keys to the kingdom, allowing the U.S. to see the network from the inside out. With the intelligence gathered, Phase 2 of Operation Absolute Resolve began. The softening of the target. This is where things get truly futuristic. The U.S. deployed its fleet of EA-18G Growler electronic attack aircraft. These are not ordinary fighter jets. The Growlers are packed with next-generation jamming pods designed to overwhelm enemy sensors with a deluge of electronic noise. Flying in coordinated patterns just outside Venezuelan airspace, they began to emit powerful, targeted electronic countermeasures. On the screens of Venezuelan radar operators, the sky would suddenly fill with phantom aircraft ghosts. In the machine, hundreds of non-existent bogies would appear, flying in erratic patterns, creating chaos and confusion. This tactic served a dual purpose. Firstly, it forced the Venezuelan crews to constantly switch their radars on and off, track false targets, and burn through their operational readiness. It was a form of electronic exhaustion, designed to wear down both the equipment and the personnel. Secondly, every time a Venezuelan radar system powered up to track a ghost target, it would emit its unique frequency, which was instantly captured by the hovering U.S. surveillance assets. This constant stream of real-time data allowed U.S. analysts to refine their electronic attack plans, tailoring their jamming signals to be even more effective. They were essentially training their algorithms on a live, reactive target. Simultaneously, the cyber component of the operation escalated. The dormant logic bombs planted earlier were now subtly activated. This didn't cause catastrophic failures, but introduced minor, frustrating glitches into the system. A radar console might freeze for a few seconds. The communication link between a command center and a missile battery might drop intermittently. A targeting solution might take a fraction of a second longer to calculate. To a Venezuelan operators, these would seem like routine technical issues, the kind of bugs that plague any complex system. But in reality, it was a coordinated campaign of digital sabotage, designed to erode their confidence in their own equipment and sow seeds of doubt. Then came the climax of the operation, Phase 3. The full-spectrum electronic assault. This was the moment the virtual battlefield became a reality. On a designated night, under the cover of darkness, the full might of the US electronic warfare capability was unleashed. The Growlers ramped up their jamming to maximum power, creating a complete whiteout on Venezuelan radar screens. The entire airspace, from their perspective, simply vanished into a sea of static. At precisely the same moment, the most powerful cyber weapons were deployed. This was not about glitches anymore. This was about control. US Cyber Command operatives, using the backdoors they had established, seized control of the core command and control network. They didn't shut it down. They manipulated it. On the screens in the Venezuelan command bunkers, everything would have appeared normal. The system would report all missile batteries as green, fully operational, and ready to fire. But in reality, the digital links between the command centers and the launchers had been severed. The operators could give the order to fire, but the command would never reach the missiles. They were, in effect, commanding a ghost army, their digital swords replaced with harmless phantoms. To test the effectiveness of the takeover, the US executed a daring final step. A pair of F-22 Raptors, the most advanced stealth fighters in the world, were ordered to cross into Venezuelan airspace. Their mission was to fly a specific, pre-planned route directly over several known as 300 missile sites, a flight path that would have been a suicide mission under normal circumstances. As the Raptors streaked across the sky, their presence was completely invisible to the neutralized Venezuelan defense network. They were ghosts, flying with impunity through what was supposed to be one of the most heavily defended airspaces in the hemisphere. The F-22s completed their sortie and returned to base without a single alert being triggered. The aftermath was profound. The entire Venezuelan air defense network, a multi-billion-dollar investment in national security, had been rendered completely useless without a single missile being launched or a single bomb being dropped. The message sent was clear and unambiguous. We can reach you anytime, anywhere, and you won't even see us coming. Operation Absolute Resolve wasn't just a military victory, it was a paradigm shift. It demonstrated that the wars of the 21st century might be won not by the side with the most firepower, but by the one that controls the electromagnetic spectrum and the digital domain. This operation serves as a stark reminder that in modern warfare, the lines between the physical and virtual worlds have blurred. The ability to manipulate information, to control data flows, and to dominate the electronic environment is now as crucial as controlling the land, sea, and air. The story of Operation Absolute Resolve is a glimpse into the future of conflict, a future that is already here, being waged in the invisible battlefields of cyberspace and the radio spectrum. It's a silent war, but its implications are louder than any explosion. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of modern covert operations. The technologies and strategies are evolving every day, changing the face of global security. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next investigation. Stay curious. Stay curious.